Hello and welcome. This is Ruth, and as you can see, it's time for another new craft kit from Tonic. This one is called Wildflower and Florals die set, and we've got all sorts of really lovely things inside, so we're going to have a quick look. Do you know, every time these arrive I intend to wait and then do a really authentic unboxing where I haven't actually seen it before, but I can't wait, so I always go ahead and open it first of all. So that's the dies, that's all the lovely Nouveau goodies, and this is the card. I'll have a look at this first because I always love to see the colours, and then that gives you a really good idea of what you can do with the rest of the kit. If you see the colours, it sort of sets the mood, I think anyway. So I've noticed this time that you're getting 2 sheets of different things instead of 1 sheet and then maybe running out part of the way through. I think this is a really good idea. So we've got a classic card here, and there's 3 different colours in that. 2 sheets of each, and these are A4. So Sea Salt, which is one of my absolute favourites, Sea Salt classic card. That's this one. And then we have Cream. And then we have Aubergine. So Aubergine Purple. That's a really beautiful combination together, so I'm looking forward to using that. Then we've got some pearlescent card, and this is Blue Frost. It's actually, to me, that's a mint greeny colour, but I've used it before and it's called Blue Frost. It is really beautiful. Beautiful sheen off it. And then we have Soft Amethyst Mirror card. So that's a sort of satin effect. It's not a full-blown sheen. Well, not a full-blown gloss anyway. Now, we'll have a little look at the dies and stamps in here. So you get this little wallet, and then that's a little extra. So we have 2 die sets in here that work together. And I'll just set that on the back there. So we've got the, it's called Wildflower and Florals. So this one looks like it would fit inside here, and there's a cutting edge for it there. Yeah, I was just checking that that actually came out, so you can cut this out separately. It's quite unusual, but it does fit inside here, so that's lovely. This one is a more traditional type, but it's all flowers round in sort of 3 sides on a frame, and a rectangular frame, and you could colour that, you could paper piece it and lots of things. And then I see here that there are other little flowers that you could add in on top as well, some of these little die cuts. And this actually is very unusual. I'm not too sure how this is going to look, but it's a verso die, so it means you can cut it into the card and just leave it as a pattern in the card, or you can use it with this, or you can use it with this, so that will be interesting to try out in a short time. Now there's another little die set that comes along with this. I think this is actually the free gift that's coming with it, which is not normally a little die set, but I can see that it actually works along with this as well. So there are dies in here that are part of the actual set, these lovely oval kind of tags, and then a little circle there, and then you're getting this one as well, this little set, which is, as I say, I think this is part of the, actually this is the free gift that comes with the kit this time. This is actually kit 62, I can hardly believe that. I've made so many of these kits, but I just can't believe we've arrived at 62. And there is the little stamp set. So we've got birthday wishes, sending love and kisses, you're in my thoughts, sending butterfly kisses, thanks for being you. Oh, I like that one, yeah. And on this special day, best friend, just for you, thank you, and I miss you. Those are really lovely. And then this is always very exciting to see what's in here. So what have we got? 5x7 ivory white craft perfect cards and envelopes. Really good quality cards. Those are 300 GSM and the envelopes are 120 GSM. I love using those. Ah, look. Embellishment mousse. It's so beautiful beside the lovely card there. So this one is called Lilac Lavender, and that will be really beautiful. I actually think, I'm not sure if this will work or not, but I think you may be able to make a stencil with your card and this die, and then that would be really beautiful through there. We've got a light spray mist bottle, I use those quite a lot actually. There's always one sitting on my desk because I use it for all sorts of things, and it's really good with the embellishment mousse as well. It's fantastic for the shimmer powder, which I'm coming to next. So we've got Falling Leaves, and you just tap a little drop of that out and spray it with water from this, and well, you have a lovely background in just a matter of seconds. And this is my favourite crystal drop of all time. You probably have seen me using this over and over and over again, but buttermilk just goes with so many different things, and I just love this one. And then we've got some gorgeous ribbon as well. So this is Aubergine Purple Double Satin, and it's 5 meters of 3mm ribbon. And there you are. So I'll be right back when I've done some die cutting, and we'll see what we can make with this lovely kit. While I am actually going to do that, don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, to do that and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with all of these videos as they come along. And then if you enjoy it at the end, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment too, because I love to hear from you. Be right back. So I've got the beautiful sea salt card out with the large rectangle with the pinhole edges down the side here, and I want to cut this out as a verso die inside there, so that it actually leaves that pattern in there but doesn't bring it out. And to get the correct placement for that, then I want to set this back in again. Now this one won't be taped down because I'm not actually going to cut that one out. I just want to be sure that I've got this even all around there, and then I can remove the other dies, hold this one down tightly and tape that in place there. And then when I've got that properly taped down, then I can run that through the die cutting machine, and I know that when I cut out this other piece in a different colour and layer it up on top, that it's actually going to be in the correct position. That then has given me this beautiful shape. It's got the little pinholes down here and this gorgeous pattern in the middle of it. So I've got the 5x7 ivory card from the kit as well there, and doesn't that look really, really beautiful on there? Now I've also taken the outline die and the floral one, and I've cut those both together in the cream card, and that has given me this shape. Now I just needed to nip off from here to here up to the top and just lift that out of the card. So what I'm going to do is lay this on here and then glue this on top of this. But I need to just tell you one little thing first of all. This die, you can cut this out and have it as an actual piece that you can set on if you use it along with the outline die that fits around it. So that's this one, but you can see that they don't exactly fit together when you put them onto your card, so you'll have to cut one out first and then the other, although whenever you're using it with this, you can actually tape them both together and cut them both out at the same time, and it all fits together, but you know, you just have to do it twice if you're wanting to make this piece from those two dies. So I've gone ahead then and I've cut this one out as well, as I said, and I'm going to glue this on top of the here and add this in there, but I've used the outline die on its own without cutting the pattern into it on some of the cream card, and I want to set that in behind here. So before I do that, I want to add some of this beautiful Falling Leaves shimmer powder onto that and pop that into the back, and that'll be a lovely little background, and it won't just be as plain either. So I've got my older kit box that I use for this, some card in there. I'm going to set that on there, and I've already got a spray. As I said, I've always got one handy here, always sits beside my desk. And what I want to do now is just tap some of this on. Now don't go squeezing this on or you'll get far too much. Just gently tap and you'll get a lovely pattern whenever you add the water to this. I added a second little drop onto that just to see if I could get even more pattern on, because then when I remembered that this was going over the top, I thought I might need a little bit more. So now to get this on here, the easiest way is just to put a little drop of glue from the precision nozzle around the outside of this and then add it on there, and then we can add that onto the card. But I want to get this part on here first of all. You could actually just add some double-sided tape onto that because it's not going to be seen from the other side, so I think I'll do that as well, and that will keep all of this in place. This is the piece then that I've cut out with these two dies, and I want to glue that directly on top of that, and that really looks beautiful with that lovely falling leaves shimmer powder background there. And again, I think the very fine precision tip is absolutely great for this, because you want to get it to catch in some parts of the flowers as well and not just around the outside there. I thought it would be really nice to add some different green in here. So where these leaves are, I've actually just, you can see here, I didn't want to cut the whole thing out in the blue frost, so I've just taped little pieces of it on behind where the leaves are, and then I'm going to turn this over and die cut that, and then I'll add a little drop of glue in behind each with this little nozzle again and paper piece those in. I'm going to add a little bit of glue then just into these places here. So it's just a tiny bit, you don't need too much. And here, where I've cut out the leaves on there, and I'll pop those in. There were just two tiny little pieces of the leaf that stayed in the die, so I was able to just poke them out and add them in, and I think all those different greens just go together there and look really beautiful. And when you move the card, you can see that beautiful pearlescent card shining there too. Now I've gone ahead to make the little piece in the center here, so I've taken this die and the outline one. I've cut the outline one first of all in the sea salt, and that will be going on there. Then I have cut this one in the cream card, and that one will be getting glued directly on top there. And then I have taken these two dies together. Now this one will cut into the card, and I've kept the other two here to show you. So there are three of them, and one says friends, and then there's mothers and sisters. So they will cut into the card, that's what we mean by verso. And then whenever you add the outline die on top of that, that's this one, you'll be able to bring it out of the card. And I have got friends cut here in cream, but on this one I'm going to add mothers in, and it really just picks that up and looks really beautiful there. So I'll glue all that together and then attach that to the card as well. And now I've got the buttermilk crystal drops, and I'm going to add those into the centre of the flowers there. So I'll just do a little test here to make sure there's no air bubbles, and go into the centre of the flowers then. Really nice to add a bit of shimmer into some of these petals on the flowers. So I've put some shimmer powder in here and some water. Look at the shine off that. But I don't want to paint the whole thing, and obviously at this stage then you're in danger of messing it all up. So all I want to do is add some inside some of these petals and give a little extra sparkle to it. Last little detail in that then is just to dip a cocktail stick into this and tap some into the centre here, so it's tiny drop, just to add a little bit of green to the flowers that I have added the big part of the crystal drops into. I don't want to do it on the small ones, but just these ones here. And turn it around and we'll do this one. Now for my second card then, I have cut out the piece that I made for the first card there in the beautiful soft amethyst, and I'm going to put that directly onto the card blank. That ivory, oh, that ivory shining through there is just beautiful. And then I've taken this piece, and instead of putting it in behind this time, I'm going to glue that on top. Isn't that really pretty? It's just a contrast of the two, the different layers on it, and this one on top of it. It's just really beautiful. But I'm going to glue all of that together first before I add my little extra details on top. This time I've used the Friends in the centre and just layered all the amethyst and ivory up together, and it's really beautiful. And I'm going to put that into the centre, and this time it's on 3D foam pads, so you can see a little bit of dimension there. And I've made myself a tiny bow with the ribbon from the kit, and I'm going to just pop that in behind that sentiment there, just in that top corner. And we'll hold that down with my pokey tool for just a moment. That would actually be better with a hot glue gun, but I had turned mine off because I had lots of stuff on my desk, and I was afraid of forgetting it was there. So there we are. Isn't that so pretty? Now, it's hard to see it in that light because no matter what way I turn it, it's going to shine, and it's really beautiful in real life, but so beautiful that I want to keep this sort of delicate look around here, and I don't even want to paper pieces into that, and I don't even want to add drops or anything onto it. I think it's just beautiful the way it is. That's my 2 cards finished now, and I just want to remind you of a couple of things before I finish up the video. It's very easy whenever you get a kit to think that you've got to use everything in the kit together the way I've done here, and then don't use it for anything else. But please don't forget that you really need to get your value for money. The kits are actually great value for money as they are, because you're getting lots and lots of products for the price. But to extend that even more, don't forget that you can use this outline die with lots of other things. You've got all these little dies that make up the sentiments and the little layering ovals. They can be used with so many other things. This could even be used as a background and make a shaker part for it. You don't even have to use the colours of card. So whenever the card is actually finished from the kit, you can use that with all sorts of other colours and it will look totally, totally different. But that's the main thing, I think, with all of these kits, is to remember to extend the use of them, because there's so much potential with them if you don't just stick to what's there at the time. Certainly go ahead and do whatever you want at the moment. See, you could actually snip. I'm just looking here. I'll set this one aside because the drops aren't quite dry on that. But you could actually snip down here and come off round about there and use this as a cover, a corner piece for a card as well. That would be really beautiful. You could snip some of these flowers out and use them on their own. You don't even necessarily have to use this die with this one at all. That could be used for something totally different and it would be really, really beautiful. And I really feel that we are all guilty of forgetting about all of that. So there you are. I don't know if you had used shimmer powders before, but that is a very, very quick and easy way of using them. And you can see there in the centre of the flowers how that's all shimmering now too. Now, if you have hung around to now, thank you very, very much. Thanks so much for watching. And please, if you've enjoyed it, give me a little thumbs up and leave me a little comment to let me know what you think down in the comment section below the video. And as always, my affiliate links to all the products used in this will be in the description below the video as well, and I get a little commission from that, but it doesn't cost you anything else at all. So thank you so much for all of that, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye bye.